Hi there. Seeing his life is currently a waking nightmare, and I say currently, it's been a nightmare for quite some time, I thought why not recommend some fake nightmares to you? Nightmares that I'd much rather be living through. Here are some movies to watch this Halloween. Number 1, Jennifer's Body. Honestly, this film features some of the best lines in all of cinema.
There's a midnight showing of Rocky Horror at the Bijou next weekend.
I don't like boxing movies.
Critics at the time just had no taste. They were so harsh on this movie that we might never get another Diablo Cody written horror movie ever again, and that's a painful thought. Diablo Cody always knocks it out of the park. Her sense of humour and her sympathetic approach to characters always works so well, but then putting that in a horror movie, it's like, mwah, lightning in a bottle. You've probably seen her debut Juno, but I wholeheartedly recommend you check out some of her other work, like Young Adult or Tully, for a Charlize Theron being chaotic double feature. The film focuses on the toxic friendship between Jennifer, played by Megan Fox, and Needy, played by Amanda Seyfried. Get it? She needs Jennifer. She's a needy person. Her name's Needy. I think it's really important to remember the way Megan Fox was treated at the time and around the Transformer series. She was getting abuse from the press and the public and was being exploited by these directors who just wanted to make money off her and had no care for her emotional well-being. The way she was treated is almost like a band sacrificing a teenager to get fame and fortune. There's a really good video which is like a chat discussion thing between Megan Fox and Diablo Cody where they discuss the marketing and the production history, and honestly it'll make you respect Megan Fox so much more. I'll leave a link in the description for you to check it out. If you like self-aware comedy horrors like the Evil Dead franchise or Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, I'm sure you will love this as well.
Do you buy all your murder weapons at Home Depot? God, you're a bunch.
Normally I would recommend to watch this film with a bunch of friends, but seeing as that isn't really possible right now, and I don't suggest that you do that, still watch it, but just leave a comment and we can have a discussion there. Number 2, Ready or Not. This and Jennifer's Body would make an excellent double feature. If I had to describe this movie in one word, it'd be satisfying. It's got this wacky premise and it has fun with it, but never overdoes it. In my opinion, there's nothing here that could be cut or trimmed down. The film's only an hour and a half and it does its job perfectly. The film's really funny without the danger feeling less real, and it's really gory without feeling too slapsticky. Just a modern classic. Samara Weaving leads the film in such a great performance that when she cries and screams, you feel her fear and desperation, and it just makes you root for her instantly. Let me tell you, if I had a video where I was recommending horror films to watch at Halloween, I would definitely put Ready or Not in it, but alas. Number 3, Shadow of the Vampire. I have a soft spot for movies about making movies, and an even softer spot for horror movies about making movies. One of the most iconic films ever is Nosferatu from 1922. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure you've seen this frame. The film is a loose retelling of Bram Stoker's Dracula, and by loose retelling, I mean rip-off, because the filmmakers couldn't actually get the rights to the story, which is kind of weird because now it's in public domain, so they should have just waited, the idiots. So Shadow the Vampire takes that film and suggests that the director, F.W. Murnau, played here by John Malkovich, hires a real vampire to play the vampire in the film, played by Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe does this really animalistic or bat-like performance, it feels like he's just crawled out of the shadows, which works because it's a vampire. The film is really about method acting, or when a character kind of becomes real, and how dangerous that can be for the crew and the cast who are just trying to do a job. The movie also has a lot of scene recreations, which are always fun because you get to see behind the scenes of how that scene was done. Similarly to Jennifer's Body, the film explores male directors and creatives' willingness to exploit women in order to make a profitable film. In this case, promising a vampire the main actress to eat once the film is done. To me, there's a definite creepiness in old silent films. It's hard to imagine these grainy old images as real people, partly because they're not speaking, but also because their acting is so exaggerated, which is often relied upon in silent films to tell the story. But also because, the older a film is, the less is known about it. Things just get lost to history, that's natural, but it lets the mind wander, what if this happened on the set? We don't really know. And this movie is a really good what-if movie. Also, the character design for Nosferatu is just timelessly scary. The film does this really cool thing where it compares a vampire dying by sunlight to old film stock being destroyed because of exposure to the sun. To me, that's just such a cool little idea. Okay, I had way more to say about this one than the other two, so I'm going to leave it here. Here are some more movies for you to check out if you go through those 3. For more film opinions that you don't care about, follow me on Letterboxd. And yeah, stay safe. Wear a mask.